ShinRobjira.
Today we're going to be talking about the SEGA LPM Rebuild of Evangelion Eva Unit 1 figure, which I copped off of Big Bad Toy Store, which is no longer available on Big Bad Toy Store. Now this gal, she is quite the tall one, but believe it or not, she is not going to run a hole through your wallet. No siree. Tall and beautifully painted and detailed, this figure is only going to knock you back about $30 plus shipping, or $35 altogether. That's what I paid for. And I honestly feel like I should have paid more. The paint is top notch, the detail is accurate, there's a few flubby-dubbies here and there, but for the most part, SEGA produced yet again another truly beautiful Evangelion figure. And it's about time I got another Eva Unit 1 figure. It's been quite a while. A few more little specifics about the figure are, it's based on the rebuild of Evangelion Eva Unit 1. Bet you didn't know that. This is from SEGA's LPM series, which is limited premium. The figure is entirely made out of plastic. She comes shipped in 3 whole pieces, as you see here, and as I said before, very, very affordable. Now before I get down to brass tacks here, let's get this lovely gal put together. First off, you're going to take your stand and try to not fall in love with how beautifully painted and detailed it is. I mean, seriously, look at this thing. You can pretty much just see the outline of the bottom of the foot there, but if you needed further detail, this peg is bigger, this peg is smaller. This hole is bigger, and this hole is smaller. Put 2 and 2 together, and then apply pressure. The umbilical cable part is pretty self-explanatory. Plug it in, plug it in. After you do that, you're going to want to move the umbilical cable around the outside of the leg over here, and you're going to look for this little notch in the stand. You'll see it right along the ways over here, and basically you're going to take this little part on the umbilical cord, and you're just gonna press that into that groove, and it will basically just attach to the stand over here, so it's not all flopping around all willy-nilly. And there you go, you've assembled Eva Unit 1. And for the sake of sakes, this box is just beautiful. Look at this thing. We've got SEGA, we've got limited premium, we've got Eva Unit 1, rebuild of Evangelion, I don't know what the rest says. And pretty much, you're just gonna look around all over the box, it's gonna show you how to put stuff together, so technically I didn't need to do that, but I still did it anyway. Gonna get a whole bunch of other stuff over here, gonna get some other stuff on the side, you're gonna get not too much on the bottom, and a little bit on the top, and that's pretty much it when it comes to the box. It's just very, very nice looking, it's rather large, and that's how big it is compared to the figure. Hey, look at that, another size comparison. Anyway, so I must inform all of you that this thing is absolutely worth every penny, every dollar, every dime, every quarter, every coin. SEGA, as usual, does an absolutely beautiful job nailing the likeness down of pretty much every character it touches. The level of quality that is present on this figure is just next level, and again, I only paid 30 plus bucks for this, and this does not look like a $30 figure, absolutely not. No matter the angle, the figure just looks fantastic, and personally, I really don't have any complaints with this thing. Are there a few issues? Yeah, here and there, and we'll get into them, but for the most part, the figure's pose is dynamic, its presentation is beautiful, and for $30, I feel like I've committed highway robbery. Highway me-ery? Okay, let's not. Now, the figure is not perfect in any way, shape, or form. There are a few rough edges when it comes to the paint. Granted, I feel we've talked about and seen a lot worse on this channel, but these are very tiny and minute paint flubs. And I really don't feel that they disrupt anything that the figure is trying to do. Yes, we have a bit of a smudge over here and over here. Yeah, some of the green paint can get a little bit weak on the edges over here, but it really doesn't look that bad at all. I wouldn't even call it an issue. Even a small little nick like this, like, I had to really look for a lot of these things. Genuinely look for these things. Brighter colors like the green and even the yellow over here are going to be a little bit easier to spot, where it's a little bit on the messier side. The rest of the Evangelion sneaker, though, do be looking rather fresh. On both sides, of course. And I'm honestly just a sucker for when they actually include the little red line on the back of the heel over here. Premium stuff. I honestly don't think taking off points for something like this, something like that, or even something like this is necessary at all. Especially when SEGA just gets so much right with this figure. I mean, look at the little red ring details over here. Those are beautifully painted. The very beautiful and minimalistic paint job and detail on the umbilical cable over here, all the way up to the neck and the chest plates, it's just really, really impressive stuff. The highlight of this figure's paint applications and details just greatly outweigh any of the little paint flubs that I see on this thing. Plus, I guess that it helps that this thing wasn't over $100 or $100 max. Although that is a bit on the googly and messy side. The other pointed kneecap absolutely fared a lot better than the other did, but I really have a hard time caring when the eyes are so beautifully painted on both sides, man. And seriously, no matter what angle you look at this thing from, she just looks so badass. And look at the beautiful detail on the hand over here. Paint application over here is mostly clean, and they did those orange dots on the knuckles of the fingers over here very, very nicely. And despite it being rather minor, the detail that you will find on the palms of each hand are very, very nice. This ain't no half-painted figure at all, that's for certain. They even detailed and painted the bottom of the sneakers. And again, I really have to sing my praises for this little stand over here. The paint and detail are just fantastic. It's very minor, but also very, very effective. Like, that looks good. And yes, even the underside of the head over here is painted red, just like in the anime. What? Seriously, fam, I went all out trying to find any major areas that this figure didn't have painted, and I just couldn't find them. This is one of the best looking $30 figures, or statues, whatever you'd want to call it, I think I own. Plus, again, every angle, this thing is a wower. Big wower. Again, you'll find little areas like this and over here that are a tad on the messy side. But me personally, I have a hard time caring when the figure looks this good. I think I'm just most impressed with the clean eye paint as well. This is really, really good looking for a $30 figure. She certainly isn't perfect, but she certainly is amazing. And I personally feel that this absolutely amazing figure is entirely worth 2 solid stars in terms of paint and detail. You probably already guessed it, but there's no articulation with this figure. It's just a statue, essentially. I just hate calling figures statues. I don't know why. But I do so hope you enjoyed. It's been a very long time since we talked about something Evangelion related. I planned to return to the IP earlier, but I forgot to hit record on an unboxing video, and it just kind of fell apart. But anyway, I'll see you all back here tomorrow for some new Godzilla stuff. Well, new-ish. And I'll see you back on Friday for some Jurassic Park. Thank you, patrons. Check out my social media and my merch pages for more ShinRobjira-isms, and I will see you all on those 2 days that I already mentioned. Have a lovely day, afternoon, night, whatever. Whatever I normally say. It's a Sunday. I don't know how to end this video off. Best girl. Yeah.